I feel like absolute shit. I've been up all night long with Bali belly. They weren't kidding. I thought this was just a myth. So I've been perfectly fine for 2 months. And now I got Bali belly and it's horrible. And I have to jump on a plane soon to go back home. Oh gosh. Alright, vlog. YouTube video is edited. Downloading, ready to be posted. I feel like crap, but I took a shower. We're doing a little bit better. Since I don't have much activities today, since it's just a travel day, it's gonna primarily be me talking about like the realities of solo traveling and kind of more on like the mental side. So if you're not interested in that, just skip this video. You can go to the next one. But yeah, solo traveling is just weird. It has like some weird mental and psychological kind of aspects to it. I feel like not a lot of people talk about. They talk about more of like the physical logistics, what you need to do, staying at hostels, currency, visas. But they don't talk about like what it actually does to like your character development and like your emotional development. So I'm gonna try and kind of dive deeper into those and think about it and then explain it the best way I can. All right, my bag is packed. My backpack's packed and my other backpack is packed. I am ready to go to Taiwan and then Seattle and finally back to Utah. Let's go. Okay, so one of the big aspects I wanted to talk about in regards to solo traveling is like relationship development and learning the importance of people. Like you go, you meet these incredible people, whether it's like other solo travelers or people, you know, in the local community, and you just build a relationship with them, and then you have to say goodbye after like 5-6 days, and it's horrible and it crushes your heart, and it really like kind of messes with your brain. So like I even noticed myself, like the last 2-3 weeks, I then didn't even try, you know, I didn't even put effort into like kind of developing these, and it's just like, I don't know, it's something that you realize that you need to have, and then you take things for granted, like your relationships with your friends and family. But so like that's, I feel like the biggest part is just that switch and realizing that life is primarily just making these relationships with people and experiencing things with them, because you can experience all these amazing, incredible things, but if you're doing it alone, it sucks and it's not as enjoyable, and you're not, I feel like, seeing it for what it is, where if you're with people, it can turn like an okay experience into something like amazing and incredible. So you're chatting, you're joking around, you're having a good time. That's the biggest like kind of one I wanted to touch on. There's definitely others, but I have to go to my grab car right now. Just in case you haven't done enough shopping while traveling, you are forced to go through a shopping mall. Like, it's not even the gates, like little stores. My flight's delayed like another 30 minutes. Very unfortunate. It also means that I only have like an hour and 20-minute layover in Taipei, Taiwan. So hopefully I get off one plane, get on the next plane, and it's not horrible. But yeah, kind of back to the conversation about traveling and the mental aspect it has on you. I would say the other like main thing that I've noticed is you start to gain like a lack of awareness, just because you see like the most wildest, craziest shit, that you start to like just, everything just becomes kind of blur. So previously, like when I'd be walking down like a dark alleyway and there was like, looked like gang members in the end, I'd be like a little bit like freaked out, you know, back home. But now since I've solo traveled, like I've been in so many scenarios where now I'm just like, it's normal walk, you walk past them, nothing happens, and you think everything's like all safe and magical and amazing. But yeah, it's just like a lack of awareness. Same thing with like going to the airport. I've noticed like as my trips go on, I go to the airport later and later and later and later to the point of like almost missing flights. So now, yeah, I don't know how to explain. I feel like I explained it well. But yeah, there's that part which just kind of messes with you. I thought of another thing. It's the realization that you don't need a lot to live. I mean, you travel the entire time out of a backpack. Like, I had an actual big backpack, but you realize that you need very little to, like, be able to live, do the same stuff you have. You don't need just all these items, all this useless stuff, all these things, all these outfits and different things. Like, you can live life very simple and very cheap too. Like, my travel budget while going was literally like $1,000 a month, and I was right on that. Of course, like, not taking account the last 2 days staying in a nice hotel, and then I dropped a bunch of money shopping. But like for like my accommodations, food, and like generic basic touristy activities, it's like $1,000 a month. Like $1,200, you can live kind of more lavish. $800 if you're really pushing it. But you can be cheap, you can travel simply, you can live simply. It kind of just like opens up your mind to like another like thought process to realize life isn't about acquiring things and trying to one up each other. It's just, you can just live and enjoy life simply. They have a retro Nintendo Switch that I'll be playing in the air. I think it connects to the TV. It's gonna be amazing. Pushing it. Next flight boards in 5 minutes. Hopefully we make it. I literally just ran across the airport. Oh. We made it. Thank the heavens. See, the excitement ended. I now back on a plane, stuck in a tin can for the next 10 hours. But we made it. That's all that matters. I had no one sit next to me, so I made a bed and I slept for 9 hours. My sleep schedule's gonna be screwed. I was supposed to stay awake on this flight. I can't tell you how amazing it feels to be back in America. I'm so stoked. I love the USA. I love it more than ever now. Officially made it to the United States of America. I'm here, Seattle's airport. My other flight delayed by like 20 minutes, so I'm sitting pretty a-okay. Gonna make that one. I made the mistake of sleeping 9 out of 10 hours my last flight, so I'm still on Bali time frame, which is dumb. So I'm gonna be a little bit screwed up because when I get home I'm supposed to go to bed, but right now I'm wide awake. I also got no editing done, so I'm gonna edit during this flight, and then we should be a-okay and golden. But yeah, and then tomorrow I have this event for my dad, so I'll be going and doing that. But in the meantime, let's go home.